Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
Yay! So happy to be with you guys today. We're super excited. We've got a lot of fun things in store.
Yes, we do. So, in case you are new around here, I am Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here with Patty Coyne.
Hello, everybody.
And we are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds, and we also have a very special guest with us here today.
Yes, we do. This way. Yay! Jason with Enjoya. Super happy to have you with us again today. Always a pleasure to have you.
Yes.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
You bet. You bet. So super excited. Jason has been with us before. We're bringing him back because we got a lot of new fun stuff to talk about. And in case anyone isn't familiar with Enjoya, they are specialty makers of interactive Snuffle Mats and Snuffle Toys, which, oh my gosh, all our pups are like gaga crazy for. And I think we have some new styles that we're going to talk about today, as well as, okay, everybody, you got to stay till the end because we're going to be talking about giveaways. So your pups you could be a lucky winner of one of these amazing toys as well, but you got to stay to the end. All right. That's my little spiel.
So in case somebody doesn't know what a Snuffle Mat is, can you kind of explain that? I know a lot of our audience are just gaga for Snuffle Mats, and obviously Patty and I are huge endorsers of Snuffle Mats. But if you could kind of let us know, like for anybody that doesn't know, like what is a Snuffle Mat?
I'm going to be heartbroken if nobody knows what a Snuffle Mat is. No, I'm joking.
Well, it was a few years ago. I didn't know what the word snuffle, like, what does that mean? Like, I didn't know what that meant, right?
You know what? Admittedly, a few years ago, I didn't know what a Snuffle Mat was.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, it's a great invention. And I had to be honest, I don't know who actually invented it or came up with it, but our Snuffle Mats, basically, they are just feeding enrichment tools, and they're used, they were originally created really to help with slow feeding. A lot of pets were just gulping down their food, which takes in a lot of air, and so that causes bloat or vomiting, and so it helped with slow feeding. The Snuffle Mats kind of evolved a little bit. Our designs are a lot more fun, and then they found that it really helps with the sensory stimulation, mental stimulation, and enrichment. And so our mats are designed with a little different levels of enrichment. We have like some easy flaps that they can get into. We have some pouches, and we have a little tighter woven parts of fabric, so it makes it a little more challenging for them to really get in there and get their noses in there. And so that's basically what it's doing. It's helping with the slow feeding. It helps with mental enrichment, sensory stimulation, and really it just helps relieve boredom. So if you need your dog, or you have to give them something to do for about 10 minutes or so, just put them on a Snuffle Mat. The great thing is that about 10 minutes on a Snuffle Mat is the equivalent of walking. And I don't know the exact distance because every dog is different, but they say it's about the equivalent of walking a mile. And that's how much mental stimulation they're getting. And so it's a great tool.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really amazing. I was going to ask, I know I've typically heard that they're good for boredom, but you mentioned a couple things. So it boosts their intelligence, right? That's one thing that helps.
I don't know about boosting intelligence, but it does stimulate their senses because it's really like they have to search for their food. So it replicates them foraging for food in the wild, like in nature and grass. And so it really helps with that. I would imagine
certainly keeps them mentally stimulated, though. So maybe intelligence is the wrong word, but stimulated, right? And that obviously helps their brain activity and things like that. So that's good. That's great. Yeah. Okay, cool. Super.
Well, and I think too, like kind of having, so my previous Basset Hound, Lulu, was a really timid dog. So one of the benefits that we had for her was this was something that she just loved, and it brought her out of her shell.
Right.
So it was an easy way, especially if you have food motivated dogs, it's an easy way if they're a little bit intimidated by new situations, something like that. Having this Snuffle Mat or some kind of stimulating toy like this can really kind of like, it shuts their brain off from some of that stuff that they're scared of, and they can focus on something that really keeps them engaged, and it helps to calm them down. They're excited about the food, but it helps like that sort of sensory overload of new situations and things like that. So
right.
Hillary, if you would remind me, didn't Lulu have an episode where there was some mobility issues? Did she have surgery or something for a while?
She had it was a snake bite that she was recovering from. So there was a lot of pain, and she needed to just have something that she could kind of be able to do where she wasn't having to run around. She wasn't getting overly stimulated, but it was something that she loved. That was one of the things. It was the first thing that we brought out for her when she was kind of recovering for her. So it worked wonders for her, and she loved it. So
Yeah, so Snuffle Mats are perfect for that because
yeah,
it gives you so much sensory stimulation. Like I said, it's like walking around a block a few times. So for
Right.
dogs with mobility issues, it's the perfect tool.
yeah.
Well, and they can approach it at their own speed, right? So
Mhm.
I'm glad you brought that up, Hillary, because our pup is a rescue pup. And, you know, when we first got her, she was afraid of everything, including us, right? She just,
Mhm.
everything was new to her. She wasn't quite
Mhm.
sure. And bringing new toys and everything into her world, it just took her a long time to warm up, right? She wasn't quite sure about them. But the Snuffle Mat, she immediately, I think it's just they're soft, they're cuddly,
Yeah.
right? So there's a real comfort level to them as well. And then obviously the food motivation, and you know, and then as they work with the mat, and I think this is what you were kind of trying to also explain or share, Hillary, is they start to build in confidence, right?
Yep.
They start to get more and more sure of themselves, sure of new things and all that kind of stuff. So it's really fun to kind of see their personalities start to really blossom with toys. I mean, that was just like a huge surprise that was like one of the benefits that I wasn't aware of or was expecting. And I think it's priceless. I really think it's priceless. It's really cool.
And I do have a couple of videos. This is Hank. So
we got to see those. Yeah.
He is not scared of anything. He thinks the world is his oyster for every single thing, but he loves the Snuffle Mats too. And it's great for slowing him down. So the slow feeding idea and kind of keeping him engaged. It's been raining like cats and dogs around here recently. So this has been a great thing for him to be able to do inside, you know, not getting muddy and all that sort of stuff. So,
well, and as a puppy, you want to find something that's going to keep their attention too, which I think this is great to do as well. Look at that. And this is one of your new designs. Isn't that right, Jason?
It is. This is actually just introduced this past April, I believe. Yeah, this spring. So it's
can anybody watching guess? I was going to say, can anybody guess what this one's called? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay. Peanut butter and jelly. I love that though. I think that's hysterical. I love that.
So it's kind of funny. I was actually the one who designed this mat because I am a huge fan of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And we have a mat that's similar. It's a similar material, and it's called the cookie mat. And I said, I wonder if we could do something like this with a piece of bread. And this was the result. So
I love it. Oh,
thanks so much for showing that. I just want to say that is the perfect use of the mat is you hide your kibble or your treats in there and let your dog kind of forage around for it. So thank you so much for sharing that video.
Yeah. And I love that this one is, so I have my mat here as well, but it's a really strong material too. So I did notice Skyla was asking if you had anything for super chewers, and this I think would hold up well for some of those kind of tougher chewers. And it's just really well made, and it also has the lick mat here in the center, which is cool as well.
Yeah, so this one is one of our more durable mats. It's made out of a more durable polyester. And so it is designed more for the heavier chewer. I mean, no mat is impenetrable, so it's not going to last forever. But for dogs who are heavier chewer, or even for dogs who need a little more sensory stimulation because of it's rougher because it's a durable polyester. So it makes it a different challenge. And like you said, there's a lick mat that just pops right off. So once they're done with the wet food component or broth or whatever you're using it for, you just rinse that under the sink, and you can throw the mat in the washer. What I would not suggest doing is not putting in the dryer. So this particular polyester tends to dry out with that excess heat. So you can throw it in the washer, but just air dry it after that, and then it'll last you quite a while.
Well, and I like the flexibility of being able to use the lick mat, not just for like peanut butter, but you could put like yogurt on it and stick that lick mat in the freezer, and it could be a frozen toy, right?
Gosh.
So as
That's
well,
genius.
So for the summertime, you can, have that outside, and they can have a summer icicle kind of toy to play with, which I think is great too. Lots of ideas.
We use ours in the bathtub, so whenever our dogs get baths, we just pop them right up there.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Put peanut butter on there.
That's a great idea. Oh, Hank's having fun with another Snuffle Mat.
Yeah, so this one's more of the fleecy one. It's a little different material. So
this is actually
the soft one.
One of our last year's mats. I'm glad you still have this. This one has been discontinued, so we don't have this particular mat, but we have a a number of mats that are like it. So I don't know if you'll notice, but towards the bottom of the screen there, you have some open pouches. And then around it, you have the fringe, and then in the middle, you have little deeper pockets. So it's got different levels of enrichment, and a lot of our mats are designed similarly. So we'll have a little bit of easy enrichment, medium, and difficult enrichment. So you can go on our site and check those out. But I wish we still had this mat. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, and the fleece ones are all have somewhat similar designs, right? You've got that soft, fleecy kind of grass, the long little fleecy fingers on it and stuff, and little pockets and places and that was the one I was talking about with Ginger. She really, in fact, if you remember the last time we had you on, she actually snuggled under it like a blanket. Do you remember that?
She loved using it right, but hey.
Hey, she's finding alternate uses for her.
That's fantastic.
I mean, she's such a little pup and it's such a big mat. So yeah, I mean, she loved it so much. So yeah, this is great. So one of the things, we've had a number of conversations with you before, Jason, and one of the things that really intrigued me not only about how great the mats are and everything, but the thought behind it and the design and everything that you guys do at Enjoya is very carefully thought out, right? You're not just putting things together haphazardly. You have, is it special designers and psychologists, right? So for play therapy, is that something you can maybe share a little bit more about?
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing that up. So we are really about having a healthy pet. And so in regardless of the pet, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be dogs, but it's all about just healthy pets because they're all part of your family. And so we are working towards and striving towards helping dogs with PTSD and anxiety issues, especially like rescue dogs. And so we work with, they're called ABAs or applied behavior analysts, and it's more for obviously human mental therapy, but the principles work similarly with our pets as well. They're mammals and they have emotions and they go through similar issues. And so a lot of the mats are designed with that in mind, is how is it that not just the color, the shades that they see in the color, but also the different levels of enrichment and types of enrichment, how is that going to incorporate with their mental health? And so we put a lot of thought into our designs, and it's not just a haphazard, hey, let's come up with, like in this one, hey, let's come up with a peanut butter and jelly, but how can we do it? How can we get the sizing of the jelly portion so that it's not too distracting to the pet?
Right.
So there's a little bit of science that goes into all of that as well.
I love that.
That's really cool.
I really think that's cool. All right. So go ahead, Hillary.
I was just so you also have, it's not only Snuffle Mats, but you also have toys, Enrichment Toys. This one is adorable.
It's so cool.
A little takeout.
Hoping people can guess what that is without having.
Yeah, there you go. Can anybody guess what this is? Oh my gosh,
these are so fun.
Hysterical.
Yeah, if I may, this is actually one of our. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, not only can you stuff them in, like stuff in little treats and things like that, but you also have these fun little squeakers that you can tuck things into.
Yeah, they squeak too. Yeah. Ginger loves this one. She thinks this is hysterical. She loves this. Even when it's empty, she wants to just keep playing with it. I mean, it's one of her favorites for sure.
Thanks,
and I love that. Yeah. And I love the fact that there's easy ones, right? There's some that are right on the end, but then there's some that are tucked in, and then you can actually, I toss treats just in the little bowl itself. So this is a cup of noodles, right? If anybody hasn't guessed yet, I just Chinese noodles. I think this is hysterical.
It's fun.
There you go. She got one.
That's great. So we call this the takeout toy. It's plush.
Takeout.
So most dogs love that crackly, crinkly sound. And they also love the squeaker as well. So we incorporated both into this particular toy.
That's genius.
Yeah, as soon as they start hearing that, dogs just come running, and then of course they just have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. And I just love that Hillary, maybe you could show that it has that closure. You could close the whole thing up, so you could actually make it a more difficult, challenging. So obviously the first time you give it to your dog, you want to kind of help them understand how to play with it, right? You kind of ease them into it. But as it becomes easier and easier to play with, here, I'll let you go ahead and play. Then you can make it more challenging, which I love that aspect of it as well. I think that's really cool. I think that's
Ginger stealing the show. Bring.
Sandy's saying, Ginger, give it to me. Sandy, you're hysterical. That's so funny.
Yeah, so that one actually
Yeah.
just came out this past spring as well, so we're pretty excited about it.
You've got
The
some really fun toys, like the
Yeah,
Yeah.
most
snake,
regions
the
have
little,
responded really well.
or not the snake,
A
it's
snail?
the snail,
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
snail
little
roll up.
snail. I love that. I think that's awesome. Some really
Yeah.
fun ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Super.
we have a pea pod, we have a corn on the cob that's got a little billy stick in there as well. That so
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
we
cool.
try to put some thought into all of this, so they're fun.
I
Oh,
love
I
really
it.
wish I had
creative
some
and
to show.
fun.
Unfortunately I wasn't able to
Yeah.
get access to them.
A part of the fun is having it be fun for people too, right? I mean,
Yep.
it brings a smile and makes you laugh. And our pups make us laugh all the time. She's trying to go for this little squeaker thing. It's just part of interacting with your dog. So it's not just a toy just for them, but it's
Yep.
another way to bond with your dogs too, which I think
Yeah,
is really, really sweet as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, I just love it. I think these are great. I wish I was on your design staff. This would be a lot of
Yeah.
fun to kind of figure out new
You
toys
you
to
don't need to
come
be
up with.
actually. Yeah, if you want to just give us some ideas. Some of our best ideas actually come from our retailers.
Okay,
So yeah,
there
just
you
to give
go.
you an example, we have a retailer in San Diego who really likes dinosaurs. We had a dinosaur toy a number of years back that just kind of bombed, but that was an actual toy and it was a little dinosaur. But
Okay.
um,
Okay.
if you go online, you'll see something that it's one of our mats. It's called the shark mat. So I think the next one, the dinosaur, is going to be kind of like that. It's going to be more of just a head of a dinosaur potentially is kind of the
Okay.
idea
Okay.
right now.
Cool.
So yeah, and that's where that was inspired. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and so that's we love it. I was just to let you know, in the fall we have one that's coming out called Under the Sea. It started with this. So we have a fish tank, and I was looking at the fish tank, and it was very relaxing. And I was like, I wonder if the dogs would kind of be relaxing. So I talked to a couple of our psychologist consultants, and they said uh, it's not like humans where they stare at something. It's just relaxing, but it's more about the activity and how interactive it is. And so,
Right.
but basically, it's going to be a mat that has like a little angelfish on there, a little seahorse, a little clownfish with a sea anemone
Oh.
as a little fringe.
Oh, perfect. Yes,
That's
the sea
awesome.
anemone. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, so that's coming out in the fall. So that's something to look forward to. But that's where that inspiration came from. It wasn't what I originally planned because I was just looking at a freshwater fish tank, and this turned into a saltwater type of
Yeah.
thing that we kind of evolved. So that's coming out. We have an artichoke toy that's coming out. It just looks like an artichoke. It's going to be a little more plush. Personally,
that.
I don't think that we have enough of like that takeout toy that you have, enough of the plushy toys, and so I think
Okay.
we need to broaden into that. And so we're pretty excited about that. That's coming out in the fall as well. But yeah, all of this, like I said, our inspiration comes from anywhere. So if you have any ideas, if our audience
Yeah,
has
drop them
any
in the
ideas,
comments below.
Yeah.
put them in the comments, and we'd love to run with it.
That's hysterical. That's wonderful. I love that. And I love that you're so open to ideas from anywhere, right? I think that's great. Sometimes some of the best ideas come from places you would have never figured, you never
Yeah.
knew about. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
That's awesome. You also do work with shelter pups. Can you share a little bit about what you do, the good works that you do in that regard?
Well, yeah. So shelters, especially some of the ones down south, their dogs don't get adopted as quickly as they would. So I'm in Michigan, so up here in this area, dogs get adopted very quickly. That's my understanding is out west as well, that dogs get adopted so quickly, but in some of the southern states they don't. Maybe it's because it's the excess. We don't know what the reason is. But those dogs are also they're kind of cramped in a little cage, unfortunately, for an extended period of time, and they don't get a lot of playtime. So we like to kind of give back to as many shelters as we can. At least 10% of all of our profits go towards supporting some type of nonprofit organization, whether that be a shelter. Most recently, it happened to be a shelter, but prior to that, it was a hospital. Healthcare systems have service animals. Law enforcement agencies have service animals. And so, yeah, we're happy to donate as many mats as we can and get them out there. Shelter dogs, especially. I mean, we don't want them to be bored. We don't want them to be gulping down their food. So just keep them healthier and just make them a little happier until they do get adopted.
Yeah. And kind of helping with that, alleviating some of their stress and things like that will make them more adoptable as well. So it makes them a better candidate for getting them
that's
out of that
exactly.
shelter faster.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly it.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's fantastic. All the things that you guys do, there isn't anything that we don't love about
Yep.
you guys and
Oh, thanks
Enjoya.
so much.
Yeah, truly, from the bottom of our heart, we think you guys are amazing and are super happy to have you back on today and share all this wonderful, good stuff. Where can somebody go to learn more about Enjoya or get a snuffle mat of their very own?
Well, the easiest would be, of course, just to go right out to our website, www.enjoya.com. We do have a Facebook site as well, and I'm embarrassed to say I don't know what that site address is.
It's at Enjoya Pets.
Okay.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. You're welcome.
And then
You're
we do have Instagram. You know what's funny is the last time we had an interview, I admitted I'm not good at social media or on social media, and I still am not. So that's kind of embarrassing.
That's okay. No, that's okay. We all have we all have our strengths, right? So not a
And then we have an Instagram as well, which is at Enjoya_pets.
okay.
And so I think that one is important because I think you're going to share with the audience why in just a few minutes.
Yes. So right now, in fact,
Okay.
since you brought it up,
Okay.
everybody write down Enjoya_pets and go to Instagram. Or if you're watching us on YouTube or if you're on Facebook, go to our YouTube channel or the Enjoya Instagram account and put WHH in the comments, like and follow, subscribe to the post. So if you're on YouTube or wherever you're watching, go to YouTube, our We Heart Hounds on YouTube. Find this video, right? Type WHH in the comments, like, follow, subscribe, whatever. And then to get a second chance to win, because there's going to be 2 prizes. So for a second chance to win, go to the Enjoya Instagram account, and you're going to look for this little guy or gal playing with the peanut butter jelly mat, which I think is adorable. And so you're going to go on there, and this is just for the We Heart Hounds fans. So this is why this is super special. So you go here and you like, follow, and subscribe to Enjoya, and in the comments, just type WHH, and that'll enter you to win the giveaway. And you have a chance of winning one fantastic Snuffle prize, but you get 2 chances to try and win it. So go to both places, YouTube for We Heart Hounds and Enjoya for Instagram. And best of luck to you guys. I hope you get to win. And then, of course,
and there's also before
yeah.
you jump forward, the link to the Instagram is in this. If you go to YouTube, the link is in the description there, so you can just click that link. It'll take you right to that post that you need to write WHH on.
Super easy. Yeah, Hillary makes everything easy for all of us.
If I may, I'd just like to offer one more thing for the We Heart Hounds family. In the event that you don't win and you'd like a mat, but you don't want to pay full price for it, we'd love to offer a discount. It's a coupon code only for you who are watching, really. It's WHH2022. So when you check out, you pick out your mat, you check out, and you get 10% off your order.
Oh, thank you so much, Jason. You're the best ever.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, fill your shopping cart. Think of all the dog moms and dads out there that are having birthdays or, get ready for Christmas early, and certainly your own pups that you want to spoil. These mats, these toys are just phenomenal. We can't say enough wonderful good things about them. And it would just mean a lot for you guys to share and sprinkle the love to everyone about this as well. So thanks so much. Appreciate it. Jason, we appreciate you so much, really, truly, and can't wait to have you back on again to share all about the new fun things, maybe the under the sea. We'll feature that one next. I don't know. We'll see. But everybody, thank you so much for being with us today. It's been awful fun having Jason here, having you guys here. If you're watching on the replay, comment below, let us know. And let everybody know about this giveaway. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal. Like, I wish I could enter. Right?
The quality of these mats are second to none. They really do. They're amazing. They hold up so well. You can wash them. Just don't throw them in the dryer. It's amazing. I highly recommend them.
So. Much better than any other brand we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just for clarification, all of our other mats can go in the dryer. It's just that one with the hard polyester that can't go in the dryer.
Okay.
Great. Perfect. Yeah. Even this little guy?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to know. Ginger is still playing with it. So there's no treats left and she's still having a ball. Just trying to get it out of my hand. Anyway, this is just testimony of how fantastic these really are and how fun these can be for your pets, right? We all have to find more ways to spoil our pups. This is a great way to do it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Skylar. Thanks, Santa. Have a great day. Take care.
Bye. Bye.